Hi everybody and welcome to the Functionalist theory of education. The two guys are at the front there, Talcott Parsons and Emil Durkheim. They believe there are three functions to education: socialization, skills, and social selection. Let's talk about socialization first. Durkheim believes that education creates social solidarity. He believes the education system formally socializes students into this social solidarity. And they do this via the formal and informal curriculum. This is what he believes social solidarity is. And all of this is gained and given to us via the formal and the informal curriculum. Let's have a look at that in a bit more detail. Number one is an example of formal. It's an explicit discussion, an explicit lesson that's taught by a teacher, which you get examined on in terms of the history of Britain and the World War. Look at number 8, though, for example, learning to be part of a community. That's very different. That's something that you learn by being with each other, by teamwork, by communication, by collaboration. And that's the difference between the formal and the informal curriculum. Have a look at Musharraf in this video, and what you'll do is you will see how our school have really brought people together. A couple of key functionalist terms: value consensus, shared values, harmony, and the organic analogy. The idea that social systems, our social institutions, are the same as institutions in society. And if you take one of them away, then society will break down. So education is vitally important. Parsons agrees and says that school is a society in miniature. The education system teaches us social skills through the hidden curriculum and academic skills through the formal curriculum. He also talks about schooling being the bridge of socialization. He says that you travel through primary and then in secondary school gaining lots of skills as you go. And then what happens is you are then able and equipped to deal with adulthood. He also described the difference between achieved status and ascribed status. And status as achieved is one that you've worked for and earned, and ascribed is one that you are born with. Take a look at these examples. Which ones are ascribed and which ones are achieved? Which do you earn? So being popular at school, a model student, a successful employee is all earned, it's all achieved, whereas someone's son is ascribed. He actually believes that this is a real difference in terms of how you feel about yourself and how you can contribute to society. As it says there, if your status is ascribed from birth, in comparison to school, we kind of pass or fail, and that becomes our status. It makes a big difference for the wider society. So status is achieved, and we gain promotion or we get sacked depending on how good we are. So school is more likely and prepares us better for the wider society. A bit more detail there for you to have a read. In terms of evaluation, school teaches us how to behave, act, and work with others within our community. And this is arguably a good thing. However, the Marxists might disagree. Second idea is skills, really self-explanatory. Durkheim believes that we teach specialist skills and specialist knowledge. For example, literacy, numeracy, mathematics, history, food technology, craft, design, engineering, computing. These are all specialist skills. And Parsons also believes that we teach specialist knowledge and skills as well. Thirdly, social selection. The idea that actually what you achieve is because of how hard you've worked in school. Another crucial role of schooling is this, the social selection. Who gets the best job? And the idea is this, that we now have a system of meritocracy where social progress is based on ability, talent, and effort. Not everyone is successful, but everyone has the opportunity to succeed according to the functionalists. Davis and Moore agree. They believe in role allocation. They believe that everyone goes into this giant sift, which is education, and those who kind of get spurted out at different times, depending on what they have done, shows you that kind of the skills that they are equipped with. It sifts, sorts, and selects students into the appropriate place. So people who drop out of education early, maybe they are more inclined to be a certain kind of profession, whereas those who stick with it, get a master's, get a PhD, get further education, they're more likely to be the cream of the crop and the people who are leading our country. Finally, evaluation. I'm just going to pick a couple. The Marxists are very critical. They believe there is no equality of opportunity in education. Also, the functionalists see education as a process that instills the shared values of society as a whole, but the Marxists would argue that education in capitalist society only transmits the ideology of a minority. Thanks for listening. I hope it was helpful.